Hello and welcome to this week's foreign exchange update. As usual, we'll start with the dollar index and plenty going on. Had those buy signals last week, and then on Tuesday went through that final resistance and accelerated upwards. We had a rare pattern, which was when price hits the third deviation up 3 days in a row. That's a very high accuracy trade, where the market is effectively going to stop and have some sort of retracement, which it did, but actually closed pretty strong really. Support historically is all the way down at 99.18. Just to remember on that one, it's a very short-term trade. The euro dollar didn't do the opposite. It didn't hit 3 down 3 days running, but did break down on Thursday. A bit of volatility on Friday, but the target is 103.41. 109.10 to 27 is the key resistance that needs to cap any bounce. Onto cable, plenty going on there as well. Had the negatives from the week before, held the weekly level at the bottom of that zone early on, and then we had an acceleration lower. When the trend is already developed, when you get that blue square above, which happened on Wednesday, that's actually a sign of exhaustion. So if it's at the beginning of a trend, it's a reversal. If the trend's already developed, it's an exhaustion. And effectively price stopped, again very, very volatile. A major buy signal, but not at support, so it has to take out the short-term levels in order to do that, which it didn't do on a closing basis. And that would potentially send it back up to 121.94. Dollar yen. So a big week in the dollar yen. A breakdown in the relationship where you see equity weakness that equals euro strength or yen strength, and we spotted that one quite early. A major buy signal again that took us back above the weekly last week. Then we took out the monthly briefly and then just accelerated on. So the key level below is, where is it, 107.31, and there is no resistance. Aussie dollar, an acceleration downwards, broke down the week before. Very volatile day on Thursday. Those lows were made in the early hours of the morning, so enough for people who are short to say probably thank you very much, let's take the money, especially as you've got those buy signals. It's not enough to get long though. It's got to break up short term. Kiwi, similar story, but not such a big trend, but effectively the same set of signals. Dollar CAD broke up the week before. We had some negatives, but they weren't at resistance, so not doable. And then we just exploded higher, and again a big set of reversals on Friday. So with the trend so developed, that is enough to take profits on anyone who is long. Not yet a short though. Finally, we'll just do the euro pound, because we've got the same thing on the euro pound, where we accelerated higher, but we got that green square on Wednesday, and when it's with the trend, that's the opposite of the blue square. It shows a sign of exhaustion, which is exactly what we got, and a big reversal on Thursday, was back below the monthly, and it quickly hit its first downside target at 90.22. So that was a partial profit taking point. We don't want a daily close back above 93.27. That would be enough to get rid of the balance on the short. Okay, so plenty going on. So there has been some reversals. They're enough to sort of take some profits, but not enough to say that those trends are changing. So we have to keep an eye on the short-term levels. Okay, thank you.